My mother-in-law wants custody of my baby because she raised kids better. I raised kids better than you ever will, my mother-in-law said to the judge, pointing at me like I was a stranger in a grocery store and not the woman nursing a 3-month-old in the hallway outside the courtroom. I actually laughed, out loud, in court. The judge glanced at me. Ma'am, please. Sorry, Your Honor, I said. It's just, that's the funniest thing she said since she suggested putting whiskey in my baby's bottle for teething. Let me rewind 10 seconds from my public humiliation to the private kind. This started when I was 6 months pregnant and my mother-in-law, Carol, put her hand on my stomach and said, "Relax, honey. Once the baby gets here, I'll do most of the raising. You're so young and you're sensitive." I'm 31. She says sensitive the way other people say criminal. From that moment, everything I did was wrong. I chose a midwife. Back in my day, we trusted real doctors. I planned to breastfeed. Formula babies sleep better. You're being selfish. Safe sleep on her back in a crib. My kids slept on their tummies with blankets. They survived. When our daughter Lily was born, Carol started calling her my baby and referring to me as the milk. At first, it was annoying. Then it got scary. The second week home, I was deep in postpartum fog, crying because I couldn't get Lily to latch. Carol swooped in, grabbed her, and said, "Here, let a real mother handle it." My husband, Jake, laughed like it was a joke. I didn't. I got diagnosed with postpartum depression. I started therapy, meds, all the stuff you're actually supposed to do. I was honest. I said, "Sometimes I feel like running away." My therapist said, "That's just a thought. You're here, you're safe, you're taking care of her. That's what matters." Jake was supportive in a bare minimum way. He'd say things like, "Mom means well," when she'd tell me, "If you'd stop reading blogs and listen to me, that baby wouldn't cry so much." The first big boundary happened when Lily was 8 weeks old. Carol wanted an overnight. I said no. "She's too little," I told her. "We're still figuring out feeding. Maybe when she's older." She narrowed her eyes. "So you don't trust me?" "I don't trust anyone overnight yet," I said. "Not even myself. Look at these eye bags." She leaned in, voice low. "If you can't even trust yourself, maybe you shouldn't be the one making decisions." I brushed it off then. I thought she was just being dramatic. 2 weeks later, CPS knocked on my door. I was in leggings, hair in a greasy bun, baby spit up on my sleeve. 2 women with clipboards stood there. "We received an anonymous report of possible neglect," one said. "Concerns about a mother with postpartum depression who might be leaving the baby alone crying for hours." I felt the blood drain from my face. "What?" No, come in." They looked everywhere. Fridge full, baby clean, fed, chubby, nursery safe, no drugs, no alcohol, no anything except laundry piles and cold coffee. "Do you ever feel like hurting your baby?" one asked gently. "No," I said immediately. "Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough for her, but I'd burn the world down before I let anything happen to her." They nodded, made notes, and left saying, "Everything looks fine. We still have to file the visit, but you seem like you're doing great." I sat on the floor and shook for an hour. That night, Carol called. "I heard some people from the States stop by," she said too casually. I hadn't told her. My throat went dry. "How did you know that?" "Oh, small town," she said. "People talk." "CPS doesn't post it on Facebook, Carol," I said. "Did you call them?" She sniffed. I simply expressed concern. "You told everyone you're depressed. You refuse help from the one person who knows how to raise kids. Someone had to do something before something happened." "Nothing is happening," I said, voice shaking. "You nap during the day," she snapped. "You let her cry longer than I would. You're fragile. I raised 3 kids without meds and therapy. I didn't have the luxury of breaking down." "There it is," I whispered. There was a long silence, then she dropped it. "Honestly, if you don't get yourself together, I might have to petition for guardianship, for Lily's sake." I put her on speaker and hit record. "Guardianship?" I said. "I raised kids better," she said. "You can't even keep up with the house. Just think about it. It doesn't have to be ugly. You'd still see her." When I played that recording for my therapist and then for a lawyer, both of them had the same reaction. "Oh, can she actually do that?" I asked the lawyer. He shrugged. "She can try. But if she's willing to weaponize CPS, you need to be ready." So I got ready. I got copies of everything. My therapy records showing I was in treatment, stable, compliant with meds. The CPS visit summaries